It's time to welcome Georgia and Wales to the Rugby World Cup as they kick off their 2019 campaign in this Pool D match from the city of Toyota in Japan. A stunning venue with an accordion retractable roof, host to many international football fixtures as well as Japan's top rugby league, Toyota Verblitz. We're located approximately halfway between Tokyo and Osaka. This region is home to a very interesting combination of traditional and modern Japan. The nearby capital is Nagoya, the country's fourth largest city. Several motor Toyota Industries or manufacturing plants are here, including its main headquarters. And tonight, very first opportunity for the many bright and cheerful fans to get a taste of this remarkable Rugby World Cup. Other matches that will take place here include South Africa against Namibia, host Japan versus Samoa on October 5th, and defending champions New Zealand will play Italy on October 12th. Kicking off tonight, though, we'll see number 4 ranked Wales, who briefly occupied the World Rugby number 1 rankings in recent times against number 12, Georgia. Georgia's best result in Rugby World Cup came in 2015, where they defeated Tonga and Namibia to finish 3rd in their pool behind the All Blacks in Argentina. Their placing meant they didn't have to qualify for this Rugby World Cup, and this their fifth consecutive one. Meanwhile, the Welsh, we take a look at Pool D. Australia topped the pool there after a thrilling contest against Fiji, who led 21-12 after 46 minutes. And Wales, well, they'll be in for a fright when they take on Fiji on October 9th. Georgia and Wales will have 5 days rest before they suit up for their second Pool D clash. Meanwhile, the Georgian fans from the Eastern European country, population of 4 million people, 6,000 registered players. And they have a game there which is called Lelo, meaning field ball, and the word is now used to mean try in Georgian and has given rise to the national team's nickname, the Lelos. They've won the European Champions Cup 11 times, recording another clean sweep in preparation for this tournament. Upsetting a top-ranked team will be on their minds, and it would be the first time out of 20 attempts, 10 of those during a Rugby World Cup. I'm Dallin Stanford, joined alongside rugby legend, Springbok winner from 1995, Joel Stransky. Welcome to the broadcast, Joel.
Oh, great to be here, and what a magnificent stadium this is. And as we made our way into the stadium, a full plethora of Japanese rugby fans outside, the Welsh supported, a number of Georgian fans too, but certainly an enthralling atmosphere, and what a beautiful stadium this is. It'll be host to a number of games throughout the course of Rugby World Cup, and quite rightly so. It is absolutely magnificent. Well, the Welsh fans will be delighted. Often these teams that wait a little while to get involved, it's the fans who are more stressed and pressurised than the team themselves. But this is the Welsh side as they arrived a little bit earlier. They have suffered through the course of a number of injuries as they've made their way into this Rugby World Cup, losing not just that all-important 8-9 combination. Toby Faletau would have been pivotal in their efforts. Gareth Anscombe will be missed, as will Rhys Webb, but they are still blessed with a huge amount of talent. Up front, it's the Scarlets combination of Wyn Jones and Ken Owens who provide the loose head and hooker berth. Thomas Francis is 140 kilograms, and behind him comes the unassuming Jake Ball and the talismanic leader, Alan Wyn Jones. Aaron Wainwright, just 21 years of age, gets a start on the flank with Justin Tipuric, and Josh Navidi makes his way to number 8. Dan Biggar slots in at number 10 and will combine with Gareth Davies, both hugely experienced. In the midfield, it's the All Scarlets combination of Jonathan Davis and Hadley Parks, who give this team some real grunt and go forward for those outside them to hopefully capitalise. Young wing Josh Adams and George North, the experienced campaigner with 38 test tries, form a formidable conversation with Liam Williams at the back. Lee Halfpenny on the bench has 82 caps, and there's pretty much a load of experience there as well, with Ross Moriarty having played 34 times for his country. It is a Welsh team that are one of the favourites to do particularly well here at Rugby World Cup.
They face the Georgian side in their 17th Rugby World Cup appearance. They've won 4 of those contests, and they're a side that are looking to upset some of the big guns at this tournament. There'll be a lot of nervous fans, but certainly enjoying this atmosphere. Rugby in Asia for the very first time hits the big stage. And even on social media, Google has changed its search platform with a big scrum. Joel and I haven't seen that, but we know the Georgians have.
The Georgians are certainly renowned for their scrumming ability. It's a forward-orientated game and dominated game that they come with. Although, having said that, there has been some talk in recent times about it's time for the backs to step up and take over. There are 13 French-based players in the squad, and a couple of those backline players are 21 years and younger. In fact, 3 and 2 more youngsters on the bench. Well, one of the players who is French-based is front forward and captain Nariashvili, the loose-head prop forward. Comes with a host of experience, the Montpellier player. On the other side of the scrum, he's got Gigashvili, who also plies his trade in France. He, though, is based in Toulon. Both the hookers are properly experienced as well, for that matter. 68 caps for Sheldon Mamukashvilli, as we have a look at some of the Georgian and the Welsh fans who have made their way into the ground this evening. Well, I started on the front row. The team is captained by Nariashvili, 118 kilograms of beef. It's a powerful front row. The scrum has dominated it at the best of times. We're over 150 caps in the second row for Nemsadze and Mikautadze, but it's behind them where the grunt comes. The Godzilla, as he's affectionately known, Gorgodze, came back from retirement to play in this World Cup, combining with Gorgadze and Gigashvili. Behind the scrum, though, it's the youngster. Abzhandadze will look to control the game, and outside him, again in the midfield, loads of talent and loads of experience in Kacharava and Mchedlidze. Pace on the outside, whether these guys will get the ball, that is the big question. Look out for the exciting Soso Matiashvili at fullback. On the bench, though, another fullback who has loads of experience, 75 caps, could get his 76 today, Tkhilaishvili. And, well, you'd expect the forward dominated. It is a 6-2 bench for the Georgians.
And joining us for today's broadcast is South American legend Santiago Gomez-Cora from Argentina. Santi will bring us insight from the field. Welcome, my friend.
Hello, mate. Here we are next to the touch line. Excited to see the last Six Nations champion with Georgia. We have an excellent condition in here. A few drops fell 1 hour ago, but it's perfect to play. We have 25 degrees, and it's perfect condition, atmosphere to see a great rugby match.
We can't wait, Santi. We take a look now at the coin toss with referee Luke Pierce. It's the captains Alan Jones on the left of your screen and the big Georgian Nariashvili.
Luke Pierce is our referee this evening. You'd think that the toss is more about who gets to kick off and charge into the opposition rather than worrying about the conditions tonight. The stadium is absolutely magnificent. There's a retractable roof that they tell us has never been closed. But look, just look at this for one of the great stadiums in world rugby.
This is match number 8. Rugby World Cup 2019, following some cracking games across this weekend. And in review, well, Japan won their opener 30-10 against Russia. Australia survived Fiji 39-21, and France held on 23-21 against Argentina. And New Zealand, their name has been on that trophy a few times. Well, two-time defending champion beat a physical South African side 23-13. Ireland, full value for their victory 27-3 against Scotland. And England took out Tonga 35-3 last night in Sapporo. And the record crowds have flooded in from the 4 different stadiums. Tonight's capacity 45,000. And we take a look at the change rooms now, Joel.
Yeah, it's these last little stressful moments. You know, we often chat about what is a Rugby World Cup. A World Cup is about pressure. It's about coping with the pressure. Whether it's your first Rugby World Cup or your 3rd or 4th or your 5th Rugby World Cup, it is about either starting well or continuing where you left off and improving on your last performances. For these teams, haven't quite started yet. This is the opportunity to get going and to get out there and really show what you're made of to compete against the best in the world. If you're Wales, you have a tough pool group. You're one of the favourites. The pressures are a little bit different. Expectations are set. You have a coach who wants to win the Rugby World Cup. You have a bunch of players who are capable of winning the World Cup. For them, it's about going out there and starting well and not disappointing.
And for Wales, Alan Jones, well, he made his Welsh debut 13 years ago, and the 34-year-old still has a lot left in the tank. He'll be leading his team out in just a moment. And the skipper, Nariashvili, earns his 57th cap tonight. No Georgian has started more times in the prop position. And here come the big heavies right now.
Well, they are the big heavies, aren't they? And they have this quite daunting and intimidating look about them, the Georgian forwards. They look aggressive. They look like they just want to come out and go to war against you. that'll be the battle that the Welsh will be confronted with tonight. A physical, forward game that they'll look to maybe absorb some of that pressure, exert some of the pressure of their own, and on the back of that, build a foundation to attack out wide.
Players ready for the big one. Their opening moment of Rugby World Cup 2019. Welcome to match 8 of the 2019 Rugby World Cup as Georgia face Wales in Pool D from the city of Toyota Stadium in Japan. It's a magic moment for lock Alan Wynne-Jones, who takes part in his 4th Rugby World Cup. Time now for the national anthems. goosebumps from the national anthems. Take a look at Milton Haig from New Zealand. He's the Georgian coach, having worked with the under-21s, Maori All Blacks and Chiefs in Super Rugby. He's up against his Kiwi counterpart, Warren Gatland, who turned 56 this past week. Been with Wales since 2007, 3 Six Nation titles, and 4th place in World Cup 2011. Look at the starting lineups yet again, Joel.
Yeah, it's a very settled Welsh side. Number of injuries coming into the tournament, but certainly a team with formidable experience. The Georgians, on the other hand, loads of caps in that team, and good to see him back, isn't it? Gorgodze, more commonly known as the Godzilla, the Toulon flanker, who's returned to World Rugby and World Cup Rugby to play in this Rugby World Cup. It is a forward battling Georgian side against a skillful and highly rated Welsh team.
The city of Toyota Stadium welcomes Georgia and Wales in this Pool D fixture. Wales kicking off from right to left. Georgia first take for them. Big tackle coming in on Gorgadze. And straight away the Welsh come in there. Whistle coming in there from our referee as well from England, Luke Pearce.
Yeah, a little error, not the ideal way to start from the experienced Godzilla, as he is affectionately known. But what it does mean, a perfect start for Wales, perfect attacking position. The pack weights exact identical. Two big, strong pack of forwards. How important is the first scrum in every game we watch? The foundation will be laid right here.
Well, welcome to everyone joining us tonight, especially good morning to you in Wales and good afternoon to you in Georgia. I was the voice of former Springbok Rugby World Cup 95 winner Joel Stransky.
Fine.
I'm Dallin Stanford. We've got Santiago Gomez-Cora on the sideline.
Set.
Wales come to the short side. Parks. Strong take. As Davies got his strip, the ball kicked through. They're going to come back for the knock there. And Jonathan the Fox Davies gets it ripped.
Forward. It's a knock on. Scrum.
A little call from the touchline, the assisting referee Luke Pearce. Stripped out here in the tackle and ripped forward
I will check. I was quite happy
by
with the first one.
the Georgian defence.
Scrum.
Almost looked like the Welsh had created a 3-on-2 on the outside there, but good shift defence from Georgia. Another nice attacking opportunity for Wales. Big line up to the right. Two powerful centres that Georgian defence will have to worry about.
Crouch. Fine. Set.
Gareth Davies feeds, comes at the back. Wide, drift forward in open space. Jonathan Davies, take a bow. He's run straight through the Georgian defence. His first real chance, and he puts it underneath the poles.
Well, so hard to defend against. There were 4 or 5 runners streaming down on that Georgian defence. Davies picked the great line. The pass from Gareth Davies, absolutely perfect. And the Georgian defence left wanting. Perfect start for Wales.
That is the way you start your Rugby World Cup campaign. And Jonathan Davies, the 31-year-old, in his 77th appearance, has got his 16th try for his country. I need to cross out that 7 I wrote down on my score sheet to 5. Missed conversion.
You and me both, Dan. Biggar won't want to see that again. In the big games, it might come back to haunt him. Let's focus on the try, though. This is a brilliant ball across the face. The defence left wanting. Gareth Davies made the pass. Jonathan Davies, all 103 kilograms of him, steaming up and made the perfect line.
Georgia stunned so far. It's their fullback, Tedo Abzhandadze, that goes deep, played in the under-20 championship 3 years in a row. He was just in Argentina. Good take here from Wales as they settle things inside their 22. Their captain, Wyn Jones.
Stay on side 6.
129 caps.
Okay, Wales, use it.
Equals Gethin Jenkins' cap record. Gareth Davies with the box kick. Plenty of traffic down there, knocked back. Getting involved there with Navidi as well. Unable to get through there was Kveseladze. So Biggar now, spots a bit of space. Matiashvili's got a long way to go into that corner. Tries to get a better angle, a little jump skip, and then off the left boot. Does find touch in the end.
Yeah, not the prettiest kick, but actually he's done really well. If he just kicked it on his right foot there, he may well not have got that distance. A little scratchy off the left foot, but certainly a good result. Also Matiashvili. Good kick down into space as well from the Welsh.
Hold on. Okay, so we want an official check, Kitty. Time is up. TMO. Okay, mate, so we're talking of the potential collision in the air, is it?
Yes, we're just looking at 11, whether he's in a position to compete.
Okay.
And whether or not.
No worries, pop it on the screen, mate, we'll have a look then.
Yep.
So we're going to go back and have a look at the up and under. 2 number 11s. Kveseladze is playing on the right wing wearing the number 11. He was the man chasing up
here it comes.
on the kick. Up for the Welsh was Josh Adams. Was it legal? That is the big question. Well, I think that's both eyes on the ball. Bear in mind, eyes on the ball is not enough. You have to bear in mind the safety of the opposite number, and Adams has not quite run him out. He's jumping. He's a little bit late though.
Hearing the voice of Rowan Kidd from England, the TMO, almost caught the ball.
Look, they're both up there trying to catch
that's
up.
probably your best angle.
Sometimes that's not enough.
Yep.
So we're looking at the screen here, and I'm not seeing clear foul play at the moment. I'll talk you through what I am seeing. Obviously a kick in the air. Wales 11 does attempt to go up, but Georgia 11 actually jumps in to Welsh 11, rather than 11 red going under Georgia 11. So I don't see clear foul play here unless you're going to tell me otherwise.
Okay, you're happy with the pull on the arm? It's just a collision.
Okay, so you're seeing a pull on the arm, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's show me the pull on the arm then, please. Yeah, no worries, we'll just cover it off. So there is no foul play as I'm seeing in the contact, Kitty. I just want to make sure there is no pull on the arm like you said, please. Yeah, towards the end.
One more on that. But you are.
Yeah, Kitty, I'm seeing him actually put his hand on the ball here, so I'm still not on foul play. Are you in agreement?
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, hats off, Luke.
No foul play. It's a competition. It's actually back, so it's a line out.
Take a bow, Luke Pierce. He's got it absolutely spot on. There's a little hand on the arm there, but it's an attempt to play the ball. The ball was gone by then already. Fair
Everyone take a
contest
breather. What's your
and
numbers,
well
Wales? 5-man Georgia. Time on.
Lovely officiating as Ken Owens gets this one. Wales set the line. The back's coming as well, piling in there. Hadley Parks, as well as Josh Adams, the winger from Cardiff Blues. And Nemsadze told to move out the way, the number 4. And here it comes with
That's a tackle!
Parks. Aaron Wainwright, 21-year-old from the Dragons. Josh Navidi. They work the right inside. Biggar turns it back in to the try scorer, Jonathan Davies. Wales with advantage. Wide ball for Biggar. Adams can't get around his opposite number, so they recycle to the forwards now. No advantage coming.
Number 10, offside.
Abzhandadze, the man offside. Just maybe a little eager. He only weighs 80 kilograms, trying to rush up there and make the tackle on his terms. A little too quick he was. Dan Biggar's got a mighty difficult kick. If he's missed one from in front, this must look like an the hardest kick he's had all season.
Well, Joel, you're a former kicker. I mean, your mindset, of course, from in front, you don't miss a lot of those. So, sure, it's straight further back, but in his mind...
Well, he'll just think about the process. He won't worry about the fact that he's missed one. It'll just be about making sure the process is good. He'll go through his little routine, get everything 100% right, and make a good strike is all he'll be thinking about.
Dan Biggar, the Welsh number 10. First penalty attempt tonight. This time you don't hear the clanging of the upright. The flags go up instead. It's 8-0 after just under 7 minutes. And they lead Georgia here in their first clash.
Well, there'll be some of those thinking maybe not, shouldn't have kicked for goal, but I like the fact that Wales have decided to take the points. Alan Wynne-Jones sending a message to the Georgians saying, if you're going to transgress the laws of the game, we will punish you. We'll take every point on offer and you'll be left chasing the scoreboard.
So Matiashvili from the Lelo Saracens club restarts for Georgia. It's a very deep kick. It's gone too far out on the full. Unforced error from the Georgians will take them right back.
Well, that's not a great way to restart play. Once you've conceded points, you need to be accurate. Whether you've conceded or just scored, teams often chat about how important it is to get things right straight after either conceding or scoring. Such an important timing of the game. And all this poor kick does, it affords Wales an opportunity to attack either option in the middle of the field.
Crouch!
Big line-up left for Wales. Just the two players off to the right, three defenders, expect them to come left.
Set!
Navidi controls it at the back. Advantage again for Wales as Davies sets a little dummy. Short ball to Biggar, who does get smashed. Strong shoulder coming in there from Kveseladze.
Well, so often we chat about the scrum and talk about how important it is to make a good scrum, set a good foundation, and Wales have done this. It's a clear message to the Georgians who love scrummaging, they love forward play, that Wales are going to take them up at their own strength and put them under pressure. Field's chopped up a little bit where that scrum was. Santi, you down pitch side. Not something we were really expecting, were we, to see the field chopping up like that? Looks brilliant.
Yes, the grass is perfect. It just fell a few drops, but it's perfect. The condition to play is maybe just the nerves that are playing. And the wind started from left to right. That maybe was the mistake in the restart of Georgia.
Woods there from Santiago Gomez-Cora as Alan Wynne-Jones takes this nicely. The loop around to Wales. Ball in the middle. Good strong contact with Hadley Parks. Jake Ball, 37 caps today. Wynne-Jones yet again. He's been around forever. He's like the pyramids. Now they go to the outside, the try scorer, Jonathan Davies. Georgia, they get a penalty. They can clear their lines. Strong defense from the Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, it's the left winger who's managed to get in there. Kveseladze got his hands on it, won it fair and square. Got down low, good centre of gravity, stood his ground when the clean-out came. Yeah, and that's a good kick, good clearance from Abzhandadze. Look at that, good technique. Maybe a little fortunate there, put a hand on the ground, maybe not holding up his body weight, but he's won the penalty. A lot expected of this young number 10 for Georgia. Just 20 years of age.
Stay in 15-8.
Shalva Mamukashvili goes to the middle. Georgia have an attacking platform. Good short ball, and they use their winger yet again. Kacharava, this one comes off a Georgian foot.
Just a knock on.
All a bit messy around that breakdown.
Loads going on. Good competition at the breakdown, but it was knocked on from Wales. Scrum, Georgia.
It is a ferocious battle at the breakdown. We just heard Luke Pearce commenting on it. Georgians flying in, trying to keep that ball. A nice little setup move. Carried into the midfield. The Welsh defence standing strong and firm.
So Georgia have three of their backs directly behind the scrum. They used this move in the under-20 competition as well. Looking to cause some misdirection. Lobzhanidze feeds the scrum. 45 caps for the veteran.
Use it!
Now they all peer around to the right-hand side. Abzhandadze moves it away and they kick it through, and that one again has gone out. Well, Santi, that's not the win this time.
No, not the win. It's just a little bit. The win is just maybe the nervous that at the beginning they are playing a World Cup. That Giles said at the beginning, no, it's a World Cup and the pressure is different.
The pressure mounts, the biggest stage, millions watching across the world. Get on social media, hashtag RWC 2019. And Wales back on the attack. They turn it beautifully on the inside. Josh Adams gets it away to Davies. Davies steps. Numbers on the right-hand side, they need it. The dummy is thrown. Justin Tipuric is in! The Dragon is breathing.
Well, there is one thing we must say about Wales. When they get a little bit of go forward, they play with great speed, great urgency and great accuracy. That's exactly what this try was all about. A couple of strong carries, good break, good powerful running. And while they were on the front foot, they were just desperate to keep that momentum going, to keep the go forward. A couple of strong carries, good pick and go. And as soon as Tipuric realised he had a chance to scamper over the try line, he needed no second invite. And no second mistake this time either for Dan Biggar.
Wales 15-0 to the good. Numbers are plenty on the outside eventually, and that ball inside was fantastic. Great little break from the left winger too.
Yeah, and so hard to defend against when a team comes that flat and that hard with such power and pace. Tipuric looked up there and just realised there was a bit of a gaping hole behind the breakdown. Through he went.
This kick will stay in the field of play. Josh Navidi takes this and gets the ball away beautifully. And again, here they go. Gareth Davies has done superbly. In fact, that's left winger Josh Adams again, a second time involved, spills forward. Wales looking oh so dangerous, though. And the Georgians, normally at home at scrum time, have certainly struggled in that department so far tonight. They go with Nariashvili. Lobzhanidze, slow ball for him.
Okay, Georgia, use it.
So he opts to go to the air. Runners are chasing. Kacharava comes in. Double team hit as Georgia try to force the turnover. Ball sticks up there for Liam Williams, the fullback.
Wales, use it.
Gareth Davies' chance now to return his own kick. Beautifully taken, dummy thrown there. Lobzhanidze then gets in almost a bit of trouble there for Nemsadze. 92 caps for the lock forward.
Georgia, use it.
Come to the near side. Gorgadze. Georgia not offering a lot on attack so far. A couple of kicks and chases, and they'll do another one. Kacharava a little bit deeper this time. Williams nicely positioned as Biggar goes downtown. Vasil Lobzhanidze drops back nicely. Looking to crack it on. Matiashvili looks a bit like Freddie Mercury there with that stash and his kick. This is a much better effort all the way to the far left-hand side near the 22.
Yeah, great kick. Great gather. The first up and under, the first box kick was a tad too far. This time round, Matiashvili makes up for a couple of the mistakes he's made earlier in the game. It is part of the way the Georgians play, trying to dominate territory using the boot and then bringing the big forwards into it.
Wales so far over 80% on both those stats, territory and possession. First phase to set it up. Georgia want to try to get this in, but no hands in there from Nariashvili. Man who plays his rugby in France at Montpellier. Can also bench press a house. Those tight forwards are very strong from Georgia. Davies, very high. George North couldn't quite get that one, and Georgia, though, snapped this one. Beautiful bit of skill. They've got the turnover they want. Oh, and bounced off the head there. Abzhandadze goes back to collect, turns to his inside centre. Mchedlidze, 108 kilograms, 6'4". He's a unit as well. Gorgadze plays with the famous Toulon club. Going nowhere, though, is Mamukashvili. So eventually got to drop back in the pocket and turn things around to the Welsh side. 15-0 after 17 minutes. Fullback, Liam Williams. 27-year-old drifts across field, gets the bump. Strong contact there from Davies. Kacharava. Kacharava, in fact. They duck down there. Aaron Wainwright again. Bit of time to take this one. And well positioned yet again. Lobzhanidze has done superbly so far with his positioning. And Georgia take it to the halfway line with Gorgadze. Little chip over the top. Just into touch. The runner was there. Gigashvili. So close.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bump on his leg as well. The idea was pretty good from Abzhandadze. A little bit of space in behind that Welsh defensive line. Unfortunately, the kick just a tad strong. There certainly was a little bit of a hole there that the kick could fall into. He chased with all his might, did that fellow there. He's been heavily involved in the game, actually, Kveseladze. It is properly humid here in the city of Toyota today, and no wonder there's a little moment here where the players can have a little bit of water and take some fluids in. It's been hot, they'll be sweating, they'll be losing body fluid right now. As Santi said, a few drops of rain a little bit earlier, just showing how humid it is, but it has been, I think, 85 or 90% humidity earlier today.
Yes, there is a lot of humidity. That is the problem with the control of the ball. That's it.
Yeah, you'd guess it's getting a bit slippery at times out there as well, which might explain why there's a bit of kicking going on still.
Plus first up game for these two countries. Wide ball yet again. Beautiful angle. Here they go, cutting through. Josh Adams. Adams, it's been a delight to watch. Adams for the corner. He's got it. It's another 5 for Wales. Fantastic opening 20 minutes, and they get their third try.
Carbon copy of an earlier move. This time, no second pass required. Adams just showed a clean pair of heels. He's got toe, he's got plenty of it. And that little inside ball unlocking the Georgian defence once again. Davies with a flat pass, Biggar the inside ball. The step off the right foot from Adams, and there was just no one who was going to catch him. A natural-born finisher with an instinct for the try line. Over he goes.
Josh Adams, 24-year-old, debuted in February 2018 against Scotland, his first Rugby World Cup, and he is setting the world alight so far.
Yeah, his 5th try for Wales. There's a number of these backs who are capable of scoring, actually. 5th in only 14 games. It's a pretty successful strike rate, that, for a young winger.
And it's his teammate Dan Biggar now kicking. We'll put him through a couple of those holes. Biggar only the second player to score 1,000 points in the Pro 12. Turns 30 next month. And this kick stays inside. 22-0. Wales lead Georgia in their first Pool D clash here in the city of Toyota.
That's a really good start from Wales. The inside ball and the try will go to Adams, but once again, it's a really good line-out option. It's well taken down the top. It's a flat pass from Gareth Davies at scrum off that has teed up the opportunity for the winger to get in.
Warren Gatland will be very happy with his start. Saw him earlier, no smiles on that face. Of course, a long way to go in this tournament. Restart, collision down there as Jake Ball takes it. Played in one game in 2015 at the World Cup, former fast bowler in cricket. 82 miles per hour, so he's got quite an arm on him. Wales set their forwards, Wales. So halfback Gareth Davies can put it downfield. The third top try scorer in Rugby World Cup 2015 with 5 tries, including the famous one against England. His kick doesn't go too far, gives Georgia a chance. They're not able to take this one. But the kicker able to clean things up for his side. Ken Owens, 68 caps, the veteran. Big up and under from Biggar. Taken nicely though from fullback Matiashvili. Skips up one tackle as well. We'll try to get the ball there to Modebadze. Modebadze. Georgia do well to turn things around as Godzilla takes it forward. Gorgodze. Charge down. Great skill from Tipuric. Justin Tipuric's got one already. Kicks it along. It'll stay with Georgia, but side relief, Matiashvili takes it into Jonathan Davies. Georgia absorbing the pressure. Mamukashvilli. Very flat attacks, and not many options for them. Now they shape up for the box kick. A bit deeper, but chases are there. Nobody wants it. Finally sits up. So Mchedlidze came flying in there as well as Liam Williams takes this one. His 59th game for Wales. Biggar goes across field, lovely ball. Numbers are plenty as well. The kick through. Not able to collect it, bouncing off the chest there of Matiashvili.
In the touch from Wales, Georgia line out.
Sure, end to end again. Wales trying to keep the ball in hand, also identifying a bit of space at the back there, going for the kick. Charge down.
Treatment from forward, please. It's a line out to you. To Georgia. A line out. I think it's just a line out, but if I'm wrong, I'll be told.
Getting a bit of commentary on the field there from the players and the referee. Good to hear. Bit of claret coming out the nose there of the Welsh front rower.
We checked it, lads. It's just a line out, okay?
Well, he's been hugely instrumental already. There's a little scrum off there, Gareth Davies. That timing of that pass was just absolutely perfect. And then the second try coming to the flanker, Justin Tipuric. Inside ball used for the second time tonight, set up the third try.
And the line is
for Wales. The flying Josh Adams got over for his fifth try for Wales.
We'll just wait for 4. 96.
Now, referee Luke Pearce getting a talk there from Ben O'Keefe from New Zealand and Matthew Carley from England, the assistant referees.
Just hold him there, mate. Hold him there, Matt. Are we clear on numbers?
In actual fact, it's not one of the front rows getting a bit of attention. It's Jake Ball who had a bit of blood coming from the nose.
Line out. They managed to retain this one with Biggar, Gorgadze, the 23-year-old. Over the halfway line, Georgia using their forwards. A couple of pick and drives. Gorgodze. And now they wrap around. Shifting it to Kveseladze. 3 red jerseys in front of him, so nowhere to go. He spits it free. Abzhandadze tries to move it away, and Wales come flying up. Mamukashvilli in to help out for Georgia. They lost 20 metres. This Welsh defence has suffocated them so far in the first 23 minutes, so they have to kick things away. Gareth Davies thought about a kick and then tries to step his way through. He runs into the big frame though of Mchedlidze. Ball is there for Josh Adams. And Navidi debuted against Japan in 2013.
Okay, use it, Wales. Lads, you've had it.
Davies gets the warning from the referee. Oh, Warren Jones hit hard. Some tired bodies out there so far in this first stanza. Davies again goes to the air, putting the pressure back on Georgia. And then Biggar, Gorgadze goes to the outside. Gorgadze in a half gap. Great strong carry from the number 8. Drifting on the outside, Abzhandadze almost through. The 20-year-old.
No, wait,
158 days on debut, the youngest Georgian fly-off ever.
Okay, Georgia, use it.
But the Lelos have to go back and reload as their general, Vasil Lobzhanidze, urges on his forward pack. They get through a tremendous work in a game. Abzhandadze moves it across, and again they try to see if they get this overlap on the near side. Outside centre, Davies, Kacharava, 34-year-old veteran, 99 starts. Oh, a little half gap, and here it goes! Moriarty in open space, they turn it to Giorgadze.
Just on a scrum.
Wonderful breakout. Georgia, here they go. Again, more numbers. Mikautadze. First time they just outside the 22.
No advantage. That's all okay. But there's no advantage from the knock over here, and I want to see if it's deliberate. Just hold here. Yeah, so if it's more than a scrum kiss here, I want to check it because you've got a clear line break. So I want to see if it's any more, please. You've got to check, that's why we're looking. So we're checking for a deliberate knock-on. Make sure it goes forward first, mate, and then we'll go further.
Well, brilliant bit of play from Georgia. Finally, some accuracy and some real intent in the way they executed the moves. The back runners came in, timed their passes perfectly. The front runners were dummy runners, set up a bit of space on the outside, and then there was a delightful little offload, which freed up some space. Is this a deliberate knockdown? Oh, yeah, it is. Gareth Davies, who I spoke so highly of him a moment ago, he may well have a little 10 minutes in the bin here. Certainly a penalty.
Yeah, I got you, whoever's talking. So let me have a look at this a second.
Kacharava was the man who tried to throw the inside pass.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Ready for a chat?
One more angle there.
So realistically, there's no chance of catching that ball from Gareth Davies, which means that it's a hand-up intentional knockdown.
Those are your angles.
Okay, mate. So originally I had a knock-on. On the review, I am not seeing this ball clearly travel forward. It looks to me he does 9, puts the arm out, but the ball goes backwards, bounces the floor and hit backwards as well. So I don't see it clearly go forward. Do you?
I don't either. It's come backwards.
Yeah, so it's my mistake to literally knock on. So there's nothing. We'll scrum to Georgia where I blew the whistle, okay?
Yep.
Oh, it's an interesting call, that, isn't it?
So I thought it was a knock-on, but it's my... Sorry. It's my mistake. It's not a knock-on because the ball hasn't gone forward. But it will be your scrum on the 22 where we stopped. Okay? No knock-on. The ball went backwards, back to the scrum.
Well, it's a very interesting call, that. The ball judged to have not gone forwards, therefore it rules anything out. Anything is of little consequence.
Nice try, lads, but it's Georgia scrum.
Well, the officials were all in agreement, so I've got that one wrong.
Well, so do I then. That's 2 commentators that called that wrong and a few Georgians. Well, the end result will be a scrum. The attacking one for the Georgian side, and as you said, the crowd now on their feet, getting behind the underdog. Down 22-0, 26 minutes gone. And scrum off, Gareth Davies can breathe a sigh of relief. He'll stay on the field. Georgia, nobody on the left-hand side, 3 backs behind the scrum.
Far side. Just higher, please. Both higher. Let's go. Remember, it's a slow call, so be patient, okay?
Very interesting lineup. There are those who'd look at it and think that for those players to get in any realistic attacking position, they have to go early anyway and give their position away. They may as well go stand there and make sure the timing is absolutely perfect.
Crouch!
It does create a little uncertainty in the minds of the defenders, though.
Fine. Okay, well, I wasn't just standing up because you make me force my hand, okay? Stay down and let me referee it. So let's go.
This Georgian pack, well, 100% win rate at scrum time, 14 out of 14 in their 2 back-to-back defeats to Scotland, the build-up to this tournament.
Crouch!
It's Wales, though, that have shown their power up front.
Bind. Set.
Great scrum from Georgia.
Use it.
Gorgadze at the back, told to use it. It's got to get it out now. Lobzhanidze gets it out. Abzhandadze, they shift it across. Good skill on the outside. Look at it cut in beautifully. Giorgadze. Kveseladze has really shown his worth tonight, the left winger. Oh, flying out of the line. Is that on sides?
Gareth Davies, he's all over the show, stopping tries on this side, creating them on the other side. Great scrum. I'm not sure Luke Pearce really should be telling them to use it. The scrum was going forward. Georgia had the advantage. They may well have wanted to keep that in the scrum a little longer. He's come up awfully quickly, not expecting the ball. It's almost clobbered him on the chin.
That's why I called use it. If you stay up, you would have been rewarded.
Well, there's your answer, Joel.
Yep. They've gone down on the other side.
Slow and
Graham
stability.
Roundtree, formerly with the England team, is one of the forward coaches with Georgia. He'd be delighted with that scrum.
Crouch.
He'll be looking for another one now, though.
Bind. Set.
Georgia rewarded at scrum time, collapsing from the Welsh.
Collapse. 1 and 3 collapse.
Well, they've put in a massive effort, this Georgian scrum, particularly the front rowers, and they've got some reward here, and rightly so, thoroughly deserved. And you've got to love the way the crowd are getting involved. It's been such a brilliant Rugby World Cup already. Here in this magnificent stadium in Toyota, the crowd supporting the underdog, egging on the Georgians, wanting them to get on the scoreboard.
Shelva, Mamukashvilli, Acker in the front. It's a 1-ball.
In 5, line over.
Nemsadze, the ball's at the back. Mamukashvilli is being contained for now. Giorgadze, Nemsadze. Gorgadze, first receiver. Good quick hands from him, and then a massive hit to Gigashvili. Able to keep possession though. Low body drive. Gorgodze with Mamukashvilli.
No, not yet. Take a step 5.
Georgia camped inside the 22. Bump and run. Behind the back they go here. Abzhandadze, hit off the face, knocked on, and it was Giorgadze, Kveseladze.
Well, Kveseladze has had a busy and very good evening so far. Just his first error there, just trying to ship it on a little too quickly. Maybe eyes off the ball in his urgency to get it going. Oh, straight through. Maybe a little bit slippery as well now. The sweat and the humidity playing a part. Massive tackle. Brilliant hit from Josh Navidi.
Well, this gives us a chance. Santi, what's it like down there? The crowd is certainly on their feet every time Georgia get the ball.
Yes, they are supporting Wales, but they are with Georgia right now. They want to see the reaction of Georgia in this first half.
And that's the Georgian head coach, Milton Haig, on the comms, assisted by 11. Matiashvili, you mentioned Roundtree, and then Kevin Morgan and Joe Worsley.
The experienced coaching staff of this Georgian side now trying to help them get through Rugby World Cup and achieve some success and grow the game in Georgia, take them to the next level where they compete at that Six Nations level. Not sure they're going to get into the Six Nations in the near future, but certainly they want to compete at that level.
We're hoping to knock out one of the big teams at some point. Big scrum. It'll change position. Wales will see if they can clear their lines here.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Big kick to the halfway line from Biggar. Almost hits the flag post.
Yeah, some welcome relief for the Welsh there. 89% of the game has been played down in their territory in the last 10 minutes. Possession been about 50-50 for the bulk of the first half, but the last 10 minutes territory dominated by that pack of forwards from Georgia.
Mamukashvilli again accurate of the line out, gives them something to work with. Abzhandadze, wide ball, looking to step through. Kveseladze got through the first one, but then Josh Navidi was in his way. Georgia lost 10 metres. Ball's not out, and that is quite an angle to come from there, Jonathan Davies.
Yeah, he assumed it was out. There were Welsh players calling it's out, it's out. It looked like it was out. Luke Pearce didn't agree, and he's the only man who counts at that particular point in time.
Abzhandadze puts his team back on attack, and you mentioned the statistics. Well, here come the Georgians yet again.
.91% territorial advantage now for Georgia in the last 10 minutes. Well, the definition of when the ball is out is a little ambiguous. You can understand why Jonathan Davies thought it may well be out.
Stolen. Owen Jones gets his hand to it. George North, haven't seen much of him. Gets through the first couple of tacklers. Tidies it up for his team. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 22-0. Wales lead with 3 tries.
Inside 9. Inside.
They've defended that line out superbly.
Go careful, 3. Be careful.
Dan Biggar, who has a Welsh Rugby World Cup record of 23 points against England in 2015. It's not needed for this kick, as Davies takes it on himself.
Took it on himself and made a very good kick indeed.
Georgia gone quickly. Mamukashvilli up front. Quick thinking. They want to up the tempo here. Gorgodze, Godzilla. His teammate Gorgadze is there too, and on the bench, Giorgadze. They give away a penalty though. Wales on their feet, all rights to possession.
Well, this is a sign of a good team to absorb a whole lot of pressure, to camp on their own try line, to not miss tackles, to make and build an opportunity to get away. He's been a real workhorse so far this evening. Jake Paul, 1.98 metres. Got a bit of claret pouring out the old nose there onto that ginger beard of his. And he's the man who got hands on it, fair and square, pulled it in and wasn't allowed to pull it back. Good bit of skill from the big fella. Oh, that's not some good skill. That's terrible.
Still in the field of play, and they've dotted it down. Have Georgia. Yeah, that technique was fantastic from Jake Paul. Any young player watching how to poach a ball at the breakdown.
What I was about to say, this is the opportunity where Wales absorb that pressure, go back and all of a sudden score on the brink of half-time, but they're not going to score by missing touch from the penalty. You've got to be clinical, you've got to be accurate.
Abzhandadze joins a select few of players to play in the under-20 World Rugby Championship and the World Cup in the same year. Up in the air, Biggar chasing his own kick. He's fighting, but it's ripped free from the halfback. Lobzhanidze for Georgia. Oh, good catch there from Mamukashvilli, 28-year-old. Right time in the middle of the field. As again, they go high through their halfback. Lobzhanidze. Pressure here. Good contact as well.
No hands, 11.
Davies Contact on Biggar, Gorgadze. The 8th man has done well. They look to attack the line. Nemsadze, second most capped Georgian forward ever, most capped lock. Needs a bit of magic here with 2.5 to go to Georgia. They play the aerial game, charge down. Looks that man Jake Ball yet again. He comes in with another tackle also. Matiashvili under immense pressure. Wales can't force the turnover initially. And Mamukashvilli played with 5 clubs in the last 3 seasons, including Montpellier, Toulon, before that with Sale and Glasgow. Bit of a journeyman.
No advantage. So a neck roll here.
So there will be a penalty for the Georgians.
That's good. Am I right here? Okay.
Well, how big has Jake Ball been in the last 10 minutes? Made the steal, made the charge down, made the subsequent tackle. I'm assuming is how I described him to start, but boy, he's put his body on the line and got himself about the field so far this evening. This is where the penalty came in. In fact, it may well be that man Jake Ball who does the neck roll, and in fact it is. He's at the centre of everything.
Really is. Handful of players have stood out so far in the first 38 minutes, particularly for Wales. That one stolen again at line-out time. Georgia going to the back. Biggar, quick hands, shifts it across. Beautiful ball over the top there from Davies. And now kick through from North. Bit of interference from fullback Matiashvili.
Well, it's the first real chance George North has had to carry the ball a little bit out in the open space. We saw him carry it a bit earlier into the traffic. Not too much on for the big winger.
Yeah, wonderful players, George North. A big hit coming through here. Hadley Parks takes it into the contact. Man from the Scarlets. Oh, good little loop around. Davies again. Here they go. Davies to Fox. Jonathan Davies gets it wide. They're over again. Liam Williams, the recipient for another first-class try for the Welsh. Bonus point wrapped up in the first 40.
Well, I started speaking about it a little bit earlier. It is about absorbing pressure. When you get an opportunity, it's about being clinical and taking it. It's exactly what Wales have done. Jonathan Davies, I thought he may have a chance to go the distance there. Williams has hardly been in the game. Pops up with a brilliant pickup, and over the line he goes. I thought he might have a little dart on the outside, Davies, but he is getting on a bit. No longer has the gas. Williams does. And Wales have got the bonus point try.
3 players on the outside, and one of them, fullback Liam Williams. 13th try for Wales. Dominant first 40 minutes. Been some real pressure from Georgia, but they have absorbed it, have the men in red. Dan Biggar with the Northampton side, joined them in 2018, former Ospreys. Only Stephen Jones and Neil Jenkins have more starts at flower for Wales. What a lovely strike. The crowd appreciate his efforts. And this Welsh team have really impressed. Head coach Warren Gatland will certainly enjoy the halftime talk as his Chargers, they lead 29-0 after 40 minutes in Pool D at the city of Toyota against Georgia. And Joel, well, you've got to feel for Georgia. They had some possession, they had some opportunities, particularly camping out inside the Welsh 22, but not rewarded with anything. Yeah,
maybe not accurate enough when it comes to taking those opportunities, and maybe not varying the game enough, a little predictable in the way they went about things. Very forward dominated. Their scrum has been outstanding. Got a bit of go forward a couple of times, but just don't have the ability to finish and get over.
Toyota Stadium treated to 29 unanswered points by Wales. And Joel, what's your take there on the first half?
Yeah, I think it's a first half the Georgians will be a little disappointed in. Not the fact that they trail by 29 points, and all the fact that they've had their opportunities. They've camped down in the Welsh half and they haven't managed to take advantage. They haven't been clinical enough to get over the white line and get some score on the board. The Welsh, on the other hand, well, first thing, no injuries. That's most important. Secondly, they've got 4 tries on the bonus point already, but they'll probably be a bit disappointed that they haven't maybe added to that they've not had enough ball, that they haven't got the wingers and the outside backs involved a little bit more. Just looking through some of those stats, the Georgians have missed a number of tackles as well. They've made as many carries as the Welsh, but the Welsh have made more meters, more yardage. They found it a little bit easier to penetrate through that Georgian defence. Early Welsh domination, later stages territorial domination for Georgia, but it's the Welsh who've controlled possession and controlled it well and accurately.
Our 8th match at Rugby World Cup 2019 welcome Georgia and Wales to the city of Toyota in Japan. First half highlights, well, you didn't even have enough time to boil an egg before Wales got going here. And it was the Davies show. Scrum half Gareth Davies, sublime skills. All the first 40 minutes, beautiful pass on the outside to Jonathan Davies, who went through untouched for the first score. 2 minutes gone, they're up by 5. Bigger surprising, he missed the conversion from in front. We won't mention that again. Wales, plenty to celebrate so far early on for Warren Gatland and his Chargers. They went to the line-out, and the inside balls worked a treat all night. Adams off the wing, wonderful ball on the inside to Jonathan Davies. And as Gareth Davies, in fact, came off a beautiful line yet again, and this time the flanker, ever present, looping around the fringes, Justin Tipuric over for try number 2. Wales up 15-0 against Georgia. Carbon copy move, Biggar back on the inside. Josh Adams, this time the footwork, the fancy, the plenty. He goes in the corner. Try number 3 for Wales. They were really on song. Georgia tried to come back after that. They couldn't quite penetrate. Wales would have one more say, though, in the first 40 minutes. But they set it to the midfield with Hadley Parks. And then a nice little loop move here, and Jonathan Davies on the end of it again. His pass found fullback Liam Williams, and the bonus point try in minute 39. Conversion successful, and that took Wales out to Pool D, leading 29-0 after 40 minutes against Georgia. And their players have certainly stood out on both sides. And Wales have had a few different players, of course. Joel, who are you looking at here?
Well, there's a couple. I think Jake Ball has been quite dominant up front for the Welsh. You might look at Gareth Davies, who's been heavily involved in the play. Played an important role in the opening couple of tries, and the last try for that matter. Some strong performances. And, well, a couple of the 2 number 13s have been big and powerful and strong. Maybe the ball not going out wide enough. Certainly this Georgian number 13, Kacharava, 96 kilograms. He's had his work to do, because it's got Jonathan Davies, who's 103 kilograms, who's been steaming up at him, and he's been influential, made the offload to score the try, scored the first try for the Welsh. So a number of players putting their hands up. Little headbutt on Dan Biggar there by mistake as well.
It's Wales that lead 29-0 against Georgia in this Pool D clash. We're just outside Nagoya, Japan's 4th largest city. Toyota Stadium, with a capacity of 45,000. They're certainly loving this clash. I'm Dallas Stanford, joined alongside by former Springbok fly-off and Rugby World Cup winner from '95, Joel Stransky. Big 40 head here for Georgia as well.
Yeah, massive 40. Got to bounce back, got to get some points on the board. I'm not sure they can win it, but certainly a team capable of crossing the whitewash. And if you do want to be compared to those teams in the Six Nations and you want to raise your game to that level, now is the time. The Welsh will, I think, may well take their foot off the pedal a little bit. They'll be fearful of injuries. There'll be a number of changes off the bench. They'll give as many a run as possible. It is an opportunity for Georgia to maybe get on the board. That man with the blood coming out of his nose, Jake Ball, has had a big first half. Good first half too for Aaron Wainwright, the young flanker, just 21 years old. And the other man who has stood out for Wales is undoubtedly Gareth Davies, the scrum half, involved in absolutely everything, timed his pass to absolute perfection. A couple of scything runs, couple of really good box kicks for his team to chase and to get out of their danger zone.
Oh, behind them, please, Georgia.
Referee Luke Pearce is ready. And the second half underway here between number 4 in the world, Wales, and Georgia, number 12. Pool B matchup at the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan. 29-0, the men in red leave, looking to receive this restart, but knocked down to Georgia. The captain, Alan Jones, gets after this one. Penalty, though, straight away to Georgia. They do well to stay on their feet.
Well, it's good play from both sides there, isn't it? Perfect little kick-off, great jump, great knockback. Alan Jones, the first to react. Got a bit of go forward, was so quick that no support got there in time, and Georgia got hands on the ball and won the penalty. Well, Georgia dominated the last 20 minutes or so of the first half, barring the last-minute try. They've got the chance here to go again to find opportunity to get points on the board. Well, his elbows are on the ground. Hands on the ball, though.
Big moment of the game here for Georgia. Shelva, Mamukashvilli finds the intended target. Maul is set here for the Georgians. Mikautadze pulling his team towards the line. Georgia with a crowd now coming alive at Toyota Stadium. Can they peel the round? Wales get back on their side to try to defend this. They concede a penalty in the danger zone as well for collapsing.
Didn't need to collapse it. Josh Navidi had hands on the ball. Wasn't going to come out of there.
A couple of you.
Brilliant support from the Georgians coming from this Japanese crowd. Vocal, loud, urging on the underdogs to get some points on the board.
Again, Mamukashvilli is on the money. Ball there to Giorgi. Nemsadze at the back with Mamukashvilli. Kushvili. Kushvili. The numbers behind him is over the line.
I know. Just everyone relax and take a step up a second. Relax, fellas. Time's up, boys.
They certainly won't be relaxed, Luke Pearce. Our referee tries to get in. He wants to keep this ball on the ground to show him.
I know.
Well, none of the Welsh players are moving because they don't want to concede.
Time is off. Yeah. Do you want me to check it, or are we just going to give it? Check it. Yeah, Kitty, time off, please. Just check. On-field decision is try. Yes. I have the ball on the line by number 2 come the end. I just want to make sure he's not short to start.
Well, Shelva Mamukashvilli has given the thumbs up, but they're not exactly rushing back to the halfway line, the Georgians. Are we going to see a grounding? That is going to be the critical factor. Oh, yeah, he's got to give that.
Yes, Luke, it's grounded. They may award the try.
Thank you.
You hear the applause, you hear the whistle. And Shelva Mamukashvilli has certainly not come here for a haircut. The first try in Rugby World Cup 2019 for Georgia. And it's well worked by the forward pack.
Oh, it's brilliantly set up, isn't it? They've almost got over with the maul before, collapsed by the Welsh defence. This time round, set up the body position. The leg drive was superb. Got going a second time, just in time. And over they went. Great to see, great reward for all the hard work they've put in.
Young Tedo Abzhandadze lines this one up. And the crowd continue to enjoy the Georgians here. 29 points to 7 right now. 43 minutes gone, and a stunning start to the second half.
Yeah, what a setup this was. Good, powerful leg drive, some good support in the front, good support from the back. Most importantly, strong body position, and over went the Georgians.
Wales with a record in 2019 with 6 wins from 9 tests. Struggled in the warm-up against Ireland. Good first half as that kick down there to Kveseladze. It's been in a lot of the work for the Georgians. Forward pack now with Mikautadze. Ladies Barbarians' debut against Ireland in May of 2015. What an honour that is.
Okay, Georgia, use it.
As Lobzhanidze told to use it. Gets his shape set for the box kick. It's a bit deeper, will give Wales a bit of a chance to collect this one. Oh, lovely little flick and work there, keep it alive to George North. North has a couple of foreign jerseys in front of him. A good tackle as well on Hadley Parks. Again, quick hands from Josh Navidi, providing the link. Low one together there from Wainwright, does well. Former footballer for Cardiff City in Newport County as a teenager. To the left-hand side they work. Trying to cut in there is Jonathan Davies, known as the Fox because his parents owned the Fox and Hound pub. A few of them around town. To the left, trying to bust through there is Liam Williams. He gets the ball away beautifully on the toe there for Josh Adams. Gets hit as the left foot kick comes in there from Soso Matiashvili. Big one downfield. Dan Biggar is well positioned. Goes to the air himself. Flav chases.
It's a knock on.
An accidental offside.
Well, a little unfortunate for Georgia there.
Knock on, caught in front.
But better from Wales as well. Haven't seen too much possession in the last half an hour or so, but quite dangerous, quite dynamic when they did get it. Some good slick passing amongst the backs.
Just wait for the 10 to come back to his feet.
Good little run down the outside from Josh Adams. Realised he was going to get tackled into touch, but the little grubber through and may well have been impeded in terms of his chase.
He's going for touch. Let's go sideline to hear from Santi Gomez-Cora, Argentine international. What's your take so far in the game, Santi?
What a finish of the first half and what a start from the second half. The people was waiting for that. They are waiting for Georgia, and here we are.
Yeah, Santi, you'd be wanting Wales to keep the ball in hand a little bit now, get some momentum for those backs of theirs, wouldn't you?
Yes. Maybe Wales is they find the bonus point in the end of the first half, and now it's thinking the next. But the quick hands of Wales are doing a very good job for this match.
Thanks, Santi. As we see some replacements, number 16, 17 and 18 coming in for Georgia. And that's Bregvadze and Gogichashvili and Levan Chilachava, who is earning his 50th cap as he takes the field right now. So massive congratulations to Chilachava, who's wearing 18.
And a change too for Wales.
Ball in. Time on.
Looks like it is Thomas Francis who's made way for Dylan Lewis.
Justin Tipuric with a good take there. Ball for the Welsh pack as they drive it up. Wales driving for the line. Fantastic bit of work here. Wales just short, but they have the advantage. Gareth Davies rips it away. They have advantage. The kick over the top. Stunning. He takes that down. If it is, that is a try for the ages.
I believe he's not put on over here.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you want to check it, or are you happy with it? Happy with the knock-on call? Kitty definitely knocked it on. Fine, so we're back to the penalty on the 5-metre line for the collapsing the more. Yeah, understood. Georgia.
Great idea,
so
great little kick.
So no try, lads. Penalty.
Lee Williams not able to gather, just lost it forward as he was trying to ground it.
16.
No need to go upstairs, says Ben O'Keefe. Definite knock-on. Good, quick officiating from the officials once again. Yeah. We'll go back for the collapse maul advantage. Very clever little kick over the top from Dan Biggar.
Yeah. Okay, so just take time off a second. Rowan.
Oh, he was so close, wasn't he?
I just want to come to you. That rolling maul that we had, I've just got a consideration. It might be more than just a penalty here because it does travel a very long way. So could I just have a look at the rolling maul, please? So we've definitely got a collapse, and it's no try because it's knocked on here.
And while we're looking at the rolling maul, Gareth Davies has made way. Thomas Williams has come on in that scrum-off position.
Okay.
Okay. So the ball's travelled a good 8 metres, very dynamic, it's rapid, it's moving. 16 collapses on my side there. Yeah, listen, boys, here's what I'm seeing. There's still a lot of Georgian defenders around. I can't really see the ball, but it is a yellow card because 16 just deliberately collapses it. So penalty and yellow cards. I'm quite content that there are a lot of Georgian defenders around, so I'm just going to yellow card number 16. Happy, boys?
Agree.
Yeah, cool. 16, please. 16. The more they've travelled a very long way, and then you've collapsed it. You're lucky it's not a penalty try, but it is a yellow card.
Well, he's just got on the field as Gogichashvili. It's been on for about 45 seconds of playing time, and off he goes again.
Penalty, no.
Kacharava, Bregvadze, my mistake.
He wishes he stayed off for an extra minute, perhaps. Was really involved in that play. And good refereeing there from Luke Pearce yet again. The Englishman has impressed. And just a yellow card call, but they're down to 14 players for the next 10 minutes with Georgia. And Wales, of course, could opt here for a scrum.
Well, either that or kick it out and go straight for another maul. Georgia down a man. They can, of course, bring back Mamukashvilli. They will have to bring him back for the scrum. Just confirmation as well that Francis has made way for Lewis.
The line is yours, Georgia.
Yeah, it will be maul time, and no real surprise there.
Wales put it down to the front with Jake Ball, the recipient, at the back. Justin Tipuric. They surge forward. One less forward, but this time
away 5.
Brought down legally. So Thomas Williams and the Cardiff Blues on the 24-year-old. They look to get it to their forwards as they peel around. Big contact there from Chilachava.
No hands, no hands, no hands.
Georgia told to leave it. Done well initially, knock a few bodies out the way as Ken Owens awaits. Wainwright's with him. They pick and drive from Wyn Jones. 120 kilograms. Strong carry from the number 8, Josh Navidi. First World Cup for him. Parks comes another line and gets driven back by some great defense from Davies. Kacharava. Dummy from Williams. They don't quite fall for it. There's Godzilla gets him. Wales opting to keep it tight. Have not yet scored in the second half. Wyn Jones driven backwards. 4th World Cup for him. 2 Georgians join him in that feat.
Okay, 7, release.
Tackle there from Mikautadze.
Stay on, Georgia.
The Welsh keep it tight again. Navidi for the second time. He had to wait 4 years between his first cap in 2013 and second one in 2017. He's worked hard tonight as they go through. Dylan Lewis just onto the field, getting his 16th cap. Thomas Williams giving his team a bit more indication as the back spin around now to the right-hand side. This is where there's space. Biggar! Oh, the ball's intercepted superbly. Would have been a yellow if he just knocked it down. And Modebadze has saved a try and taken possession for his side.
Okay, Georgia, use it.
Down to 14. They can't afford to lose any more players. And Modebadze does well as the kick goes down from Abzhandadze into touch.
Well, he's had a kick charge down earlier in the game as Abzhandadze. This time, though, no mistake. Brilliant bit of reading of the play from the right winger. Modebadze is the man in the sin bin. Well, he's got about 7 or 8 minutes left there.
Hold on to.
Great absorption of the pressure once again from Georgia.
Yeah, we'll wait anyway because of the change.
So Wales thundering the changes as well. On comes Ross Moriarty. Change 2 for Georgia as Sutiashvili makes his way on. It's the youngster and Wainwright who's made way for Wales.
Okay, time on.
50 minutes gone in this clash. Wales, Williams, Biggar short ball. Another excellent line on the angle. Jonathan Davies. Biggar yet again. Finds the new man, Moriarty. Again, another strong tackle from Kacharava, playing his 4th World Cup. Alwyn Jones goes back. 129 caps for him. That was a nice loop around and early bump as they flick it across to George North. Jump step, and then North is upended. So a rather quiet evening on the right-hand side. Wyn Jones. Penalty for Georgia. All over this one. It's Chilachava.
Chilachava, the big tight head prop forward, he's got hands on that. Resolute defence from the Georgians. Great to see real determination in the way they've gone about their defensive efforts. There was a brilliant tackle on George North. He's not an easy man to tackle. 1.9, 4 metres tall, 109, 110 kilograms of power and raw strength, and he's been smashed backwards this time round. Well, he'll be itching to get back on. Will the 55 cap hooker, Bregvadze. Honestly, wasn't on for more than a minute of playing time and was sunburned.
Well, tough night for him so far. There's still plenty of time. This one's batted back and then knocked on. Alwyn Jones, beautiful skill from the tall timber. Biggar should get across. The dummy thrown and half gap there for Hadley Parks. Moriarty
20 put himself to ground there, Kitty, so play
seems
on.
to be okay. Looked awkward when he went down. North again hammered. Georgian defense sticking on the right winger. Moriarty this time drops that. Offside is the call, and you heard some of the players complaining about that. And referee Pierce on the mark.
Yeah, just a bit quick out the starting blocks. Didn't retire back beyond the offside line. Chilachava it was, I think, the guilty party. This Georgian defence is just coming up quite quickly on the outside. It means Wales not able to run those runners into space at the moment, not finding any areas to move into, getting no go forward. The defensive line is strong and structured. And Wales starting to run out of ideas a little bit in attack.
Well, that first half worked so well when they were able to get some inside balls to their winger, Josh Adams. Biggar the creator on that occasion. Davies the scrum off as well. Had a great night. Biggar now dummies the inside ball. Wales crawling along the fringes. They go through Ken Owens. 7 Rugby World Cup games, 3 different tournaments. That's better stuff there. Josh Navidi gets them on the front foot. Moriarty tackled low and hard from Modebadze. Okay. Williams goes across to the left-hand side, skips to the first tackle, does Owens. Georgia come flooding in.
No, Wales, no!
Big, strong counter, and they get the ball back.
It's your scrum, but
an injury and
here.
Safety first.
Sorry, I should have picked my last. It's all right.
Very important part of the game, and that's great to see. Our referee on the spot, always awake.
Nice. It's your scrum.
Did he say he heard a click in his leg?
He did, he heard a click.
It's been the story of the Welsh season. Number of injuries in the build-up to the Six Nations, even more injuries in the build-up to Rugby World Cup 2019. It's the one area that they cannot afford. As a rugby playing nation who every now and then run a real thin on overall talent, they cannot lose players to injury. They'll be delighted with the second half performance so far. Milton Hagen, Graham Roundtree, been gutsy, it's been courageous from Georgia. They've got the only try of the first half. Well structured, well set up maul. The leg drive was strong, the body position was good. And eventually it was Mamukashvilli who carried the ball over the line.
And you mentioned it, Joel, 29 points in the first half, nothing from Wales in the second. Georgia so far doing superbly. And while we have a second, of course, don't forget to send our fans on social media. Make sure you use the hashtag RWC2019. Watch the Daily Show. There's a lot of funny stuff online. In fact, some of the Georgian front row players were involved. Joel, I don't know if you saw, they arrived early at the stadium, and one of them hid in a fridge. His teammate was asked to get something out, and he jumped out and scared the crap out of him. It was brilliant. Social media going viral. Rugby World Cup 2019. It's big in the world, and it's big in Asia.
I'm wondering how any of those Georgian forwards managed to fit in any fridge at all.
This was a huge one, exactly.
Yes, but number 6.
So scrum time it is. It does mean that Mamukashvilli makes his way back on. One of the loose forwards will be sacrificed.
Okay, time on. Scrum, Georgia.
Chilachava is the man who's going to have to sit out for probably 2 or 3 minutes before Bregvadze can make his way back on. Georgian ball here, so chance to clear their lines. They've been under the cosh the last 5 or 6 minutes as Wales have just upped the tempo a little bit.
Like you mentioned, great building blocks for them. Uruguay stand in their pool as well as Fiji and Australia. Next game for Georgia will be against the Uruguayans on September 29th. They get a penalty at scrum time as well. That's really switched on here in the second 40.
Well, a man down, and they've dominated and won the penalty. It's a brilliant effort from the 7-man pack of forwards.
Georgia can march up the field here. Abzhandadze, again, very accurate. This 20-year-old has a bright future.
Yeah, I was about to say that Abzhandadze started a little bit slow, had a kick charge down, kicked 1 or 2 directly into touch, a poor kick-off from one of the Georgians, but he has certainly settled and settled well. The longer the game's gone on, the better he's got. Just 20 years of age, big career ahead of him.
Replacement Elliot D on the field.
Time is on. Let's play.
Wearing 16 for Wales. So Mamukashvilli in again at line-out time. This one will be challenged by Georgia. North wasn't able to get to the ball, but again they picked it up here. Gorgodze has it. Gorgadze bumps a couple. The number 8 left a couple of players in his wake. Vasil Lobzhanidze tries to get this one as Mamukashvilli shifts it away. Gigashvili in possession now off the bench. Man with Racing 92 Rugby Club in France. All the Georgians on the right-hand side.
Stay on, Wales. 5, 4.
Again, another big carry. Gorgodze. Wide ball. Finally, they shifted channel outside. Mchedlidze to the 22. This one is dropped back, has it? No, it's been knocked on there, and Gorgadze almost collected it.
Oh, and the crowd are just loving it, aren't they? Really in behind this Georgian team. The Georgians inspired by the crowd as that yellow card is reversed. Back comes Bregvadze. On 2 comes Saghinadze. Flanker.
Time on.
Georgians have been full value for the support they've got, and actually,
Push straight.
if they were to get over the line, it would be thoroughly deserved. They've shown great endeavour, great guts and commitment. And
Yeah,
once or twice were a little unlucky not to be over the line.
Well, Georgia only played 225 test matches before this game. Wales 726. It's wonderful to see the Georgians on the big stage as always.
Set.
Approaching the 60-minute mark. It's Wales with several replacements on the field right now. Just inside their 22 is Williams. Goes across to Dan Biggar. Good take there from Soso Matiashvili. Goes to the air with the left boot of his. And locked on, will stay with Georgia. Abzhandadze spots a bit of space. Tries to chip it over the top. It's been well taken and mark is being called. Wales go quickly. They want to get out of their 22. The ball is not out. Soccer skills. Kick back there from Lobzhanidze as they look to attack. Again, they pop it up. Kveseladze. Biggar. Nice aerial battle. Won by the Welsh number 10. Jake Ball.
Okay, 7. No.
He missed a bit of 2017-2018 with a shoulder injury, but he's looking strong
Wales,
so far here
it.
in the World Cup. Wales now, they have an opportunity on the right-hand side. Williams kicks it through, there's space there. This one streaks into touch.
Being the nemesis of Wales in recent months, the ability to convert pressure into tries. They have been on a 17-18 game winning streak, but not always accurate in getting over the white line. Kick their goals, they dominate, they're physical. And right now they're struggling once again to break down this Georgian defence.
Time's off, lads. We've got loads going on.
The right. It'd be very interesting to hear what Santi thinks about why Wales maybe don't score enough tries, why they can't find the accuracy to get over the line.
Yeah, and you have to see the bench of Georgia. They jump for any tackle, for any fetch ball. They are very focused. They keep fighting at the end of this game.
Yeah, they certainly have been courageous and gutsy. A number of changes coming out. Montenegro's emptying the bench by the look of things.
And a good opportunity to do that with 20 minutes to go. We saw Oto Giorgadze come on the field and Gela Abzhandadze, 21-year-old, who debuted against Germany at 19 years of age in February 2017. Oh, and the dress-ups as well are looking good in the crowds. Camera time for those legends.
Yeah, you can't just pop your mask on and think you're going to get all the attention. You've got to wear it all the time. Double the meters made by Wales. Just shows the clinical accuracy when they do have the ball, but they don't seem to convert those meters made into the 5th or 6th try just yet.
Georgia, how many are coming in, please?
Jake Ball, he's been in the wall tonight. 37 caps for him. Test starts against Italy and England in 2019 and Ireland in the warm-ups.
Halfpenny has made his way on as well to earn his 83rd cap.
Gorgadze comes down, has been knocked down towards their side, and Abzhandadze with a beautiful ball here on the outside. Modebadze, 2 players bring him down. Georgia now decide to shift this. Better width from them, but they go through their centre. Mchedlidze.
No fight.
Saghinadze on their outside. Coming back in. Matiashvili. Little stutter step from him. Good quick ball though. At the base from the replacement halfback. Gorgadze. Abzhandadze. Now to the left-hand side. Wales have to come up and make a spot tackle because a lot of Georgian numbers. And Wales have turned this over.
Yeah, good solid defence. Puts a little live wire on top of Gorgadze.
Before you're being changed.
Alan Jones. Well, what a warrior he has been for the Welsh side. Look at the turnover, he's come up here. Wyn Jones, only one of 7 Lions players to have beaten South Africa, Australia, New Zealand in 2017. 9 caps for the Lions as well. And he signed a new contract with Ospreys till 2021.
Okay, slow and stable, new players.
Another replacement, number 19, Aaron Shingler, 32-year-old, wins his 21st cap for Wales.
Crouch.
You mentioned Lee Halfpenny. Most starts at fullback for Wales, surpassed J.P.R. Williams. J.P.R. Williams amongst a great team that saw Gareth Edwards,
So 2 things.
Barry
Keep the
John.
gap. Don't put your head in too far.
So many good players back from the Welsh day, and looks like the last few years have certainly impressed the men in red.
Come on.
Yeah, it was discussed and mentioned that great Welsh team would never be able to be surpassed in terms of reputation, but this is a Welsh era of rugby that has certainly come close.
Crouch. Fine. Set.
Spun around here and just on the angle to Georgia get pinged for.
18.
Dan Biggar controlled things well tonight. Wales top point scorer at Rugby World Cup 2015. They go for an attacking line inside the 22. Very clear from the Georgian pack.
Yeah, I know. Ball in. Maul.
Wales with Elliot D looping around.
Okay, Wales, that's once. 9. You had once.
Thomas Williams
Wales.
waits for it. Now flat ball. Georgia come flying up. Saghinadze with a good strong tackle. Difficult one there to handle. There's Justin Tipuric. Tries to score in the first half. Goes to ground. Almost skipping through Elliot D. Wales plenty of numbers on the left-hand side, but Biggar cuts back. Had a little gap and then got the shoulder of Saghinadze. Second tackle for him in this movement.
Hands away now. That's good.
Steele. Georgia fighting for it as they go along the line here. Giorgadze. What a carry from the replacement. Loose forward of note. Deep box kick comes to Lee Halfpenny. Halfpenny drifts across field. Couple of left foot steps. He's helped out there by Aaron Shingler.
Good work, 19.
In his first Rugby World Cup. Wide ball, Wyn Jones. Tipuric. Good hands, North. George North kicks down the centre, North. It's genius. How will it sit out? It's a touch goal. Thank you very much. Thomas Williams has scored one of the great Welsh tries in a Rugby World Cup. In front of a brilliant crowd here at Toyota Stadium.
Well, most importantly from a Welsh perspective, there was some real slick handling on the outside from the flanker, Justin Tipuric, the captain Wales against Ireland earlier this season. Then the little kick, the great vision from the experienced George North. I thought when he kicked it, it was going to run dead. It was weighted absolutely perfectly. And onto it went Thomas Williams. Lots of pace for a scrum off. And finally, some points in the second half for the Welsh.
Wonderful interplay indeed. And the vision from George North to put it downfield. Also a nice little deep in-goal area there. Certainly helped the bounce. Conversion successful. 56 points to 7 right now for Wales. And in the second half, just 7 apiece.
Yeah, great bit of vision from George North, but most importantly, the skillful handling, and Tipuric made sure he drew the last man, timed the pass to perfection. The kick forward was brilliant, and Williams came charging onto it.
Fourth try for Thomas Williams in the Welsh jersey. There is the replacement now, Reece Patchell wearing 22.
I was wondering about that. Dan Biggar just carried it into contact a couple of times. Nice and physical, maybe time to whip him off.
He's done well as another big contact point comes in on the Welsh side. Georgia still putting some tremendous amount of tackles.
Just worry about this guy here. You okay? You sure? Yeah, just 2 seconds. Sorry, mate, I thought you were injured 13. Yeah, that's right.
Well, again, really safe, good refereeing from Luke Pearson, ensuring that safety of the players take priority. Thought there was a serious injury.
If you stay straight,
I do like a referee who
you can be rewarded, but you can't come in.
is fair, which is what we expect from all refs, but he's the first to put his hand up when he makes a mistake. Earlier made a mistake, said, sorry, my fault, let's get on with it. And right now, fear of safety, paramount importance, stop the game. 100% right.
Absolutely agree with you, Joel.
Crutch! Bind! Time to listen. We haven't had a problem on the bind with stability or anything throughout the game. You guys have come on and we're having issues. You sort it or we'll go penalties.
Yeah, you've got to love the way he's handled that again.
Nicky Smith told to correct things. 32nd appearance for Wales. Up against a mean front row. Reserves from Georgia. This time it's a penalty for Georgia. They want to go quickly. Little dummy throw, the ball through the tackle. Still available. Great bit of skills. They attack the line. Mchedlidze involved. Not there. Georgia with a crowd behind them. Forward bodies looking to pile in and dive over. It's there. 50 caps today for Chilachava, and he scores. A momentous occasion at Rugby World Cup 2019, and the crowd applaud him.
Good tap and go from Matiashvili. Good little offload as well in the tackle. Strong carry and quick processing of the ball as it came offloaded first. The conversion is good. And Georgia a fair value for the time. Great urgency with ball in hand, great determination. And as I was about to comment before the scrum, it may well have been a Welsh put-in, but it's an opportunity for some real pressure from the Lalos. Boy, do they exert pressure, and they've come away with a very deserved 7-pointer. A lot of hard yards to make there. This time it's only 1 metre or so, but he's done it well.
Abzhandadze has really upped the tempo as well since he's come on. You see Warren Gatland there from Wales and Milton Haig from Georgia. 56 points to 14 the score now. It was 29-0 at the break. Georgia put down 2 5-pointers here in the second 40. Matiashvili under a bit of pressure. His left-footed kick picks up an excellent yardage towards the halfway line.
And momentum right now with the Georgians. They're the ones who making a noise. They're the ones calling for the ball. Shouting for a good compete at the line-out time. Make a steal, let's go again, they'll be saying.
D accurate at the line-out. Williams goes wide. On the angle. Davies. Looking for a looper. This one thrown a bit loose. So they're going to go back to collect this. Tackle on Reese Patchell. 26-year-old from the Scarlet side. Parks goes wide. Intercepted. Georgia flips it through. They lose it. And the ball on the outside. Advantage here. Josh Adams beats a couple. Then kick through from Williams. Into touch it goes. Both teams looking to strike with that last passage.
Oh, the excitement of the intercept. Well scrambling defence did well there. And a little almost blindside offload attempted by the Georgians. Didn't go to hand, and back came Wales. This was the initial intercept. Bit of a loose pass thrown by Hadley Parks. Gathered by the fullback Matiashvili, and then the little offload. Not able to be gathered. He's had a great game this evening as Modebadze. And then this fella needs no second invitation, Josh Adams. The kick idea, a good one. The angle just not working out perfectly. Modebadze getting a little bit of attention down in back play, way back where he received that pass. It's only 8 minutes to go. The crowd's still heavily involved and engaged in this game.
Yeah, we saw some waves going around the stadium as well. They've certainly dressed up for the occasion. 45,000-seater here in the city of Toyota. As the teams travel across Japan. Pool stage is 4 weeks long, and then 3 weeks of knockouts.
5-man, time on, Kitty. Yes, inside.
To the front, knocked down. Difficult one to handle, but excellent skill there coming through from Nemsadze. Halfpenny. Gap closed pretty quickly. Tomas Williams goes wide. Short ball to Tipuric. Run really well as the number 7. Ospreys captain in August of 2018 is succeeding Alan Wynne-Jones. They go to the outside now. Good skill north. Goes straight. It's well supported there by outside centre Jonathan Davies.
No.
Now again, Patchell looking to shift it wide. Ball's loose. Couple of kicks through, another hack, and now finally it's there with Giorgadze. Here they go. Gigashvili. What a carry from the place in front row forward. Moriarty. Then they throw the dummy. Bregvadze. When Joes comes in, tries to force the turnover. It stays with Georgia, just outside the 22. Again, they bring the crowd with them. Chilachava. The noise has just gone through the roof.
Okay.
Moriarty. Now his hands on the pill. Saghinadze.
Wales off feet.
Wales could concede a penalty here. No, the ball is there. Little jump step. Matiashvili can't get through. Playing in a very condensed space of the field. Oh, difficult one to take. It's knocked on.
Advantage.
Shingler. They have advantage. Tipuric, they want to go wide. Patchell. Looking for the space. Adams is out there. Doesn't quite get it. Tipuric now to help out on the outside. Justin Tipuric just into touch. Saw him trying to weave the needle.
Oh, tiptoeing down the touchline, just nicking the line. Great scramble defence once again. Oh, there he's just on the line. In fact, his way out. Great scramble defence again from the Georgians. Could well have been exposed on the outside there. Hadley Parks didn't let it go. Scramble tackle was a good one. Tipuric looked like he'd come around the corner with a lot of pace there. Just couldn't stay in the field of play there. Been a thoroughly engaging game of rugby, this.
Yeah, it really has. Santi, what are your thoughts on the game as we close out the last few minutes?
It's a shame that there are a lot of points of difference, because the end looks like they are very close in the points.
Yeah, Santi, you did right. Just Wales got away in the opening couple of minutes, didn't they? Almost minutes 3 to 20. The first 20 minutes was where they just got ahead, maybe a bit of pressure on the Georgians, bit of nerves. But since that moment, it's about even Stevens, 2 tries apiece since the 20th minute. And the people of Nagoya, of Toyota, in the Toyota Stadium are making this an enthralling evening. It's a beautiful venue, a wonderful stadium, and it's been an incredible atmosphere.
$2.16.
Georgia loving their time in the limelight. Abzhandadze, good kick over the top, chases us here. How does it set up? Oh, so close. Racing in there was Miran Modebadze.
Different ball, different ball, no quick. You're outside, man.
They're throwing everything at this of the Georgians. Lee Halfpenny just able to get there. Ball had gone into touch. Defending line out. Tipuric.
Yeah,
feeds it away to Williams. They go wide to the channel. Hadley Parks. Deep kick comes down to Modebadze. He was the one that almost lashed onto that kick head.
Cheers.
Takes it on himself. Oh, he gets a shoulder and a half from Tipuric. The ball spilt north on the outside. Great skill. Parks puts the kick over the top. Varnish is over. Matiashvili's by himself. Oh, Tipuric with a tackle as well. Support arrives. And it's smashed downfield. It's not out. Williams beats 2. Ducks under that second one. Gets the ball magically back on the inside. North with a step. George North. Yes, it's over.
Well, there's going to be a touchline report here, I think. Maybe not. I thought Ben O'Keefe was going to go around and chat about a little bit of off-the-ball stuff, but it's a great finish from George North. Had a load of work to do. He's big, he's powerful. He had to step, he had to find some space to get into. He had to stretch out all 1.94 meters of him to get this over the line somehow. Good vision as well. There was some big defense coming across. Step, go, the little pop pass was good. North had it in his hands now. Oh, loads to do and did it well.
Yeah.
Thomas Williams has shown some real confidence and skill levels since he's come on. That's a great ball over the top.
George North, 195 points for his country, 39th try. And you can't put it down to the creative wizardry there from Thomas Williams. Halfpenny eyes this conversion. Lovely strike. Slips through the uprights. And a try at minute 65 and then one at minute 75 is converted. 43 points to 14.
Yeah, it's got a little bit loose and open here. Maybe a bit of tired legs in the Georgian defence there. 2 of the Welsh players going through 7 or 8 tacklers. Finishing with George North stretching out, scoring try number 6 for the Welsh. Scoreline reads 43-14. Maybe not a true reflection of the efforts of this Georgian team, but certainly a decent and well-worked win for the Welsh. Mission accomplished.
Certainly right for the Welsh side, and Georgia will take a lot of positives from this game as they work through the rest of their pool stages. Ball! 2 games is the most they've ever won during a Rugby World Cup. As Williams goes on that left-hand side. Brought down as Giorgi Kveseladze tries to get all over this one. Does force the turnover.
Well, it's time to look at our MasterCard player of the match. Miriam Modebadze has been outstanding for Georgia. There's been a courageous effort from a lot of their forwards, but the right winger has probably stood out the most for them. For the Welsh, Gareth Davies started really well. and was influential in a lot of what the Welsh did that was good, but it's been a titanic forward battle. It's been about the hard yards up front. It's been about securing possession. It's been about the tight loose, and in that regard, no man has put his hand up more so than Jake Ball this evening. He was courageous and gutsy, tackled, charged down, busy all the time, worked his socks off in the tight loose, and he is our MasterCard player of the match.
Yeah.
Great selection, wonderful performance indeed.
The lads are worried about their own player, so I want the physio to have a look at him, all right?
And again,
physio, please,
safety here from
Georgia.
Luke Pearce, just to check him out.
Oh, there he is. No. The doctor is his job. It's not my job to say you're okay.
Well, the doctor's on the field. There is Jake Ball. Look at that. He's put his body on the line tonight. Tough to award a man of the match this evening. A few players put their hands up. Justin Tipuric has come to the fore in the last 7 or 8 minutes or so.
Sorry, doctor.
But when the going was really tough,
no worries. So you two are happy
and the physical contest was one of men against men, beasts against beasts, he was the man who put his hand up.
You want a HIL under 18? Hang on, boys. Sorry, lads. So, you guys are in charge of the situation, so you tell me.
Oh, we're having a committee meeting here in the last couple of minutes now.
So, HIO number 18. It's an injury, so he's out of the game. So, number 18 change, he's injured.
So that is the try scorer,
yes, number 3 can return.
Chilachava, who's going off with an injury.
Yeah. Thank you, lads.
And it's Gigashvili who comes back on the field. And these front row players have certainly earned their dinner tonight.
Oh, it must be hard to go sit down on the sideline, warm down, body stiffens up. It's a bruising encounter, and then all of a sudden, with 90 seconds to go, you've got to find the energy and get back on the park.
Well, the crowd has certainly helped this Georgian side to 2 tries in the second half. One scored by Shela Mamukashvili, front row forward, and then Levan Chilachava, the replacement, in his 50th appearance tonight. Georgia's scrum popped up in the middle.
Oh, the Welsh will be thinking they earned the penalty there. Seem to have the dominance.
If that was the case, we'd have had the penalty, but I didn't think it was.
It's maybe those cold legs of Chilachava's.
Good battle, but let's stay down. Aren't you all?
In fact, it's Gigashvili who would have the cold legs. He's had to come back on.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
It's the applause that roars yet again. They get a penalty to Georgia. Yellow Abzhandadze didn't go quickly this time. Gets it to his fly-off. Abzhandadze to get closer for potential rolling maul try.
Oh, it's a great kick. It's a great kick. Not a huge angle to work with. He's got it down to about 10 or 12 metres. The gong sounds, but the Georgians will have one last play at a third try.
Gatlin and Haig look on from both sides. Final moments. Oh, it's over the top. Wales turn around, and Reece Patchell kicks it into touch. The Welsh have scored 6 tries tonight against 2 from Georgia. Positives from both sides. But full time, it's 43-14. A win for Wales over Georgia in their Pool D clash. A bonus point victory for Wales will do them well after this first clash. As long as the bodies are in good shape, They certainly pressed Joel, especially in the first half, scoring 4 great tries. Georgia brought the heat, though, in the second 40.
Yeah, it was off to a flyer with the Welsh in the first 20 minutes. The four tries to start with, Davies, Tipuric, Adams, and then Williams on the brink of half-time. So 3 in the first 20. Great start. Didn't really build on that, though, did they? They seemed to stutter a little bit as the Georgians maybe relaxed a little bit as the pressure left their bodies. They seemed to turn the game in their favour. They controlled territory, camped on the Welsh line for about 20 minutes. At one point, they had 91% territorial advantage in a 10 or 12-minute spell. Couldn't turn it into points, but in the second half, they came out. Whatever was said at half-time worked. 2 tries apiece in the second half, and boy, the Georgians played with guts, determination, and a real spirit, which was great to see.
And for this Welsh side, well, they look to face Australia next. There'll be a real battle, and then Fiji again after that. I mean, the games certainly don't get easier in this Rugby World Cup.
No, but that's what the World Cup's all about. You've got to come through your pool. You've got to win the big games. You've got to ensure you don't suffer injuries, which will be one relief for Warren Gatland, as his team have been desecrated at times by injury through the past 12, 18 months. And it seemed that everything went according to plan tonight. And you can also understand once the bonus point was scored, maybe a little foot off the pedal, maybe a little, just let's keep it safe. Let's stick to the basics. Let's not give too much away in terms of what we want to do, how we want to play, our set-up moves for when we play the big sides.
And for Uruguay, they will face this Georgian side next, and they will certainly be nervous. Georgia showed plenty of worth, particularly, of course, their forwards really putting in a solid 80 minutes.
Yeah, we said before the game they have an angry look about them. They look like beasts. They look like they want to come out and play physically, and they certainly did that.
Congrats, you keep fighting up at the end of the game. Well done.
Well, we kept fighting at the end, but it was not enough because it's been really tough first half for us. We gave away too many points. So after it was too late to bring the score up again. So the score is unfortunate for us, but we got a lot to work on for next games. So we're gonna try to improve as much as possible.
And you scored 2 times in the second half, so was a big difference of point, but was a very good second half.
Well, we after the first half in the changing room we said that we got nothing to lose, so we just put everything in the first minutes. So it's really good that we could score 2 tries, and we're gonna keep build on these tries and try to score as much tries as possible like that.
Let's go to rest. Well done. Congratulations, well done. You did your job in the first half.
Yeah, I think we came out the box as we wanted in the first half. We're probably going to be a bit disappointed, if I'm honest, with the second half. We let a couple of tries in, and we didn't really continue in the similar vein. So it's a good result, but there's plenty to work on.
It was a good business. You have 4 points in the first half. Then you can rest some players. You are happy with that?
Oh yeah, there's always the air of precaution, but I think the overall, like I say, feeling is that we probably took our foot off the gas a bit in the second half. So yeah, like I say, there's plenty to work on.
And you have more than 30 people here shouting for you.
Yeah, it's great to come to a stadium like this with a lot of Welsh fans, a lot of Japanese fans, a lot of Georgian fans. It makes the game a great occasion.
Thank you very much. Well done.
Right, so, well, the scoreline tells one story, the stats tell another. Just looking at the way Wales controlled certain elements of the game, the way the Georgians controlled territory, particularly at the back end of the first half, sort of nullified the great start that the Welsh got off to. 3 tries in the first 20 minutes. 1 penalty meant they were out to a 22.2-0 lead at almost a point a minute. Thereafter, it was the Georgians who came back into the game, controlling the territory, didn't manage to get on the board. And a little breakaway try, brilliant try for Lee Williams on the brink of half-time, just meant Wales went in at 29 points to 0. Lineouts, 3 lost to the Georgians. They'll be a little disappointed in that. It's been one of the strong points of their game. Their scrum was absolutely outstanding. They were forced to make a number of tackles, missed a couple, but altogether playing against the Welsh side, they'll be happy with those stats. The meters made by the Welsh were solid. But as Alan Wynne-Jones pointed out, maybe didn't convert enough of those opportunities and taking their foot off the pedal in the second half. As you'd expect, possession and territory overall in favour of the men in red.
The fans, though, certainly sticking around, and that's what you'd love to see here in Japan. At all the games we've been to so far, getting signatures, getting photos with their heroes. Big moment for them, just as it is for the players as well.
Yeah, and you know what is absolutely amazing is the fact that the players have embraced it, that they've taken the time to go and thank the fans afterwards. And they've gone and done their own way of thanking the crowd, thanking the supporters from Japan and those who've travelled, who've made their way out to come and support them on a massive day like this. And it is a great day. It's a big occasion. It's been a beautiful evening. And, of course, a great result for the Welsh.
I know maybe you are not happy with the result, but it was a tough match. So even in the second half, you scored 2 times.
Yeah, no, I mean, the first half wasn't very good. I mean, we got caught out a couple of times just on our edge of our set piece, and so they ended up getting a few points. But I thought we played pretty well in that second half, and we showed the typical Georgian fighting spirit that we're known for. So proud of how they went in that second half, but again, it's something to build on for the future in the tournament.
What are you going to work on? What do you need to improve for the next match?
Just a bit of that defence around the edges, really. But again, when we had the ball in that second half, we ended up putting some pressure on, what is a very, very good side. So, there's tons of things to work on, but there's also some good things as well.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Well done, you did your job in the first half, no?
Yeah, it was a good first half for us, and we were pretty happy at half-time. A little bit messy in the second half, but the ball was quite slippery out there, and it was hard to hold on to it. But yeah, we scored a few nice tries, and happy with the bonus point.
Yeah, you had the bonus point, and you can see some new player who even they doesn't play frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone got a run, which was nice, and we've only got a 6-day turnaround to Australia, so we wanted to get some fresh legs off on the field and get some of those other players off. So hopefully they can recover as quickly as possible.
What next for Wales?
Australia's going to be tough, so it's going to be a big game. So we've got a couple of days off, and then we've just got to plan and have a couple of good days training before that Australian match.
All the best. Good luck. Congratulations.
Well, you heard from both coaches there. Milton Haig first. And again, he said a couple things to work on, of course, but he can take some real positives there. And then you heard, of course, there from the Welsh coach, Warren Gatland. 5 days off he has, and then, of course, they face Australia, and then another short break in Fiji. So,
yeah,
like you said, it doesn't get any easier, and, of course, that Fiji game could be very tense.
Congratulations, man of the match. What you can tell me about this match?
Well, good. Look, it's Georgia made it tough for us at points in that game. Obviously, we're just very excited to get off to winning ways, and all our concentration now moves to the Australia game.
And what a perfect first 20 minutes in the beginning.
Yeah, look, we spoke about that before the game, about starting well. Look, it was great. We got off to a really good start, and like I said, just great to get the win.
Now it's moment to rest or to keep training.
What's that? I think it'll be a couple of days now, and then obviously back into training then.
And the people shout for you all the night, so you're happy with that?
Yeah, look, it's what a fantastic place to play a rugby. I thought the crowd tonight were fantastic. Obviously, big thanks to all the Welsh travelling fans and all the Japanese supporters that came out as well. I thought it was some brilliant hospitality here in the stadium tonight.
Thank you very much. Let's go to rest.
Thank you very much.
Player of the match, Jake Ball. And you can see a couple of things coming out of his nose there. He's really put his body on the line against a very aggressive front row as well from the Georgian side. The Welsh fans very happy with their first up performance here at Rugby World Cup 2019.
Warren Gatland looked a little frustrated, didn't he? He looked a little distracted by the crowd or by something that was going on. I think he would have been a bit disappointed in that second half. Milton Haig, on the other hand, would have been delighted with the second half and maybe a little concerned about the first 20 minutes.
Well, you're right. It was Georgia were leading 7-0 in the second period, and then only at minute 65 did they score, and then buffer again at minute 75. But if a team like Georgia can put up a fight against you, you know, Wales are looking for the World Cup this year. Wales and Georgia started their 2019 Rugby World Cup campaign at the City of Toyota Stadium in southern Japan, facing off in Pool D. Fourth-ranked team in the world, Wales. Well, they started right bang on target in minute 2. Beautiful ball from Davies to Jonathan Davies in the end, underneath the uprights for the opening score of the game. Conversion unsuccessful. But again, the Welsh backline turning back on the inside. Wonderful ball from Adams, and Davies was there on hand to support inside the 22. And then Justin Tipuric, numbers on the right-hand side, but he didn't need them. Straight for the line is the shortest way. He was over. And that was try number 2, up 15-0. Again, Dan Biggar, beautiful ball back on the inside. Josh Adams, clean pair of heels, couple of great inside steps. He raced away into the corner for try number 3, putting his side up 22-0 in a bumper 20 minutes. And then just at the stroke of half-time, Georgia fought bravely, but it was the Welsh yet again that attacked. The centre pairing doing really well. Jonathan Davies, ball on the outside, picked up his fullback. And Liam Williams got in for the bonus point try just on the stroke at 40 minutes. They're up 29-0, and Georgia piled on the pressure, but then the skillful Tipuric on the outside. George North saw a bit of space, put the kick over the top, and following up, replacement halfback Thomas Williams dived on this for a classic try. Minute 65, they were up 36-7. A try by Shingler Mamukashvili for Georgia, and then another very important score here for the front row forwards, and the crowd getting behind it. Levan Chilachava, cap number 50, piled his body over for a wonderful score for Georgia. They put 14 points on the board and really impressed. Milton Haig out of his seat, but in the end, Wales far too strong in this pool clash. They won 43-14. And this is how the pool standings look after the Welsh victory. Just ahead of Australia on points difference. Both have 5 points. And Uruguay, Fiji and Georgia still the teams left in the running. Look out for Fiji. They could be a surprise team in this tournament as well. A lot of different players impressed as well on both sides of the ball here for the Welsh and the Georgians. They might not get any points there, but 14 on the board, 2 wonderful tries. And their forward pack worked well in tandem. And here's some of the ones that really lit the field today.
Yeah, it was bruising and hard and physical out there, and didn't really get to the wings much to the ball, but certainly the endeavour was good, the physicality was good, he was good, this fella. In fact, it was Modebadze who was probably the Georgians' best player in the evening. Strong out on that far wing, and Adams almost setting up a try, had a little kick through, just going into touch. He had a good evening. Adams, not too much opportunity for George North on the other side. Did manage to bag a try near the end, but Adams was strong. A couple of those inside balls, scathing little run there, and on the board he was. Gareth Davis started really well. That first 20 minutes he was sensational, actually. From there on, it became a real battle of the physical guys, and these two fellas, even though they were out on the wing, both had to make their fair share of tackles, their fair share of confrontations. 113 meters for Josh Adams. Kveseladze, not too many opportunities to run. 29 meters made in 7 carries, but 8 tackles made for a winger. That is a proper chunk.
Brilliant scenes. The locals, the foreigners, everybody travelling to Japan for the first ever Rugby World Cup in Asia. We had a huge crowd here in the 45,000 seat stadium. We also have to give a shout out to our referee Luke Pearce. We thought he handled the game superbly, looking up for player welfare as well. He was on top of things. And finally, Georgia and Wales get their first start here in the 2019 competition. This Pool D should be very interesting as 2 teams will advance to the Cup quarterfinals. Upcoming matches, we'll see Russia take on Samoa in Pool A, September 24th. We're only a few days into this tournament, so plenty of brilliant games to come. Russia played in that opening game against Japan, went down 30 points to 10. And Samoa, always a physical presence. The action will come thick and fast as this tournament progresses all over the country of Japan, and we have been so impressed by the people opening up their arms and so friendly and helpful all over the country. If you still are thinking about coming to Japan, please do. You will not regret it.
It's been an incredible experience. The ambience in the stadium's just incredible. The quality of the stadiums, the pitches, just special. Toyota City Stadium here has just been beautiful tonight. And what an experience the fans have enjoying. Both those who've travelled and those who are local have added their value, have made it special. And just by the way the players have reacted, you can see it's been special, not just from a fan perspective, but the players have loved every minute of it as well.
And Joel, looking at the Welsh performance, you know, they came fourth in 2011, quarterfinals in 2015. What do you make of them as they go through this first game?
They're going to have to improve a little bit if they want to go the distance, as they are planning on doing it, but they wouldn't have given too much away. It's mission accomplished tonight. No injuries, strong, powerful performance, bonus point victory. They're on the right track.
And congratulations to Georgia as well. Very physical performance from them. And to Wales, they win their first pool game. They win this game 43 points to 14.